Ever have a reaction that just feels way too big for what just happened? Later, you're like, why did that hit me so hard? In my last video, I said sometimes we're not reacting to now. We're reacting to something old that just got hit. Let's make that super simple because this is where people blame themselves. Something small happens, a tone, a look, a comment, a delay, just feeling ignored. Suddenly, the reaction is huge. In the moment, it feels completely justified. It feels like, no, this is real. This really mattered. This is a problem. But then later we calm down and we're like, wait, why was I that upset? Why did I go there so fast? Why did that hit me so hard? Here's the part though that really messes people up. Because when it happens, we don't really recognize ourselves. We walk away thinking, why did I do that? Let me show you how this actually plays out. Let's say it's late, we're tired, my husband says something in a certain tone, or my son does. It's not even a huge thing. My body reacts immediately. Clenched fist, tight jaw, chest is tight, heat in my face, my tone changes. Now I'm in it. At that point, it feels like I'm reacting to the situation. I'm not reacting to just that. Sometimes old baggage got hit too. That's the difference. How do we tell if we're reacting to the now or if we're just getting triggered and it's all baggage? Here's the simplest way I know how. 1, if it hits faster than thought, it's old. If my body's already fired up before I can even think clearly, that's a clue. Because when it's mostly now, present time reaction, there's usually a little bit of space. When it's something old getting triggered beyond my awareness, I'm already moving before I can even choose how to react. It already kicked in. 2, if the emotion is bigger than the present moment, it's probably baggage. This one is huge. If the reaction doesn't actually match the situation in front of me, the intensity is way bigger than what just happened. That's a clue. That doesn't mean that the current moment is fake. It just means something extra may be riding on it. Something old just got added. 3, if my body reacts before I'm thinking, it's probably baggage. The tight chest, clenched fist, hot face, your stomach drops. That here we go again, feeling your body already reacted. That's usually not me sitting calmly in present time, choosing a response. That's a system firing. 4, if it's a repeat pattern, it's probably from baggage. Different day, same reaction. Different person, same reaction. Different situation, same emotional flavor. For example, why does this always happen when I feel like I'm being criticized? Why does this always happen when I'm feeling rushed? Why does that tone trigger me so much? That's a clue too. Because if it keeps repeating, then it's not just about the present moment. 5, if I come back later and feel totally confused by my reaction, then that was definitely some baggage getting triggered. I think this is the one that most of us know. Afterward, we come to our senses and we think, what just happened? That's not how I want to be. That didn't even feel like me. Now, again, that doesn't mean that we're fake. It just means that the past is out and the present moment you is coming back online. This is where the mind part makes everything make sense. We actually have 2 parts of the mind. The analytical mind thinks, the reactive mind reacts. When I'm reacting to now, my analytical mind is more available. I can still think, I can still choose, I can still respond. When something old gets triggered, that reactive mind jumps in real quick. Now I'm not really choosing in the same way. I'm reacting first, thinking later. The reason something old can even do that is because of something called an engram. And I learned this from a subject called Dianetics. An engram is basically a recording of a past painful moment, whether that was physical pain or it was emotional pain, that gets recorded. It's a memory. It's a past memory. The moment is over. It's back there. We are right here. These recordings are sitting there quietly, just waiting to get triggered. When something in the now feels familiar to something in the then, it can be a tone, a phrase, the way somebody looks at you, pointing, the environment, weather, thunder, sound. That old recording can get tapped. And what happens is that you have this reaction in the present time, and it shows up quick, and it shows up first, and it shows up out of your control. That's why it can feel so confusing, because part of us is, this is happening right now. The other part is actually responding to something way older. So just to keep this really practical, if the reaction is big, bold, fast, a little bit illogical, body first, it's probably a reaction from the past. That's also why modern day solutions don't really help as much as we would like them to. Breathing can help us settle after it starts. Talk-based therapy can help you understand things. Meditation, positive thinking, affirmations are all kind of like band-aid solutions. Because if that old moment is still charged, we're just going to end up managing that reaction over and over and over instead of actually addressing it and getting rid of it. That is where the subject of Dianetics fits in that I've been super fascinated with. Dianetics is about handling what's pulling us to the past so we can fully stay in the present. It is not about changing who we are. It's about removing what isn't us, the engrams. The next time you react, it feels bigger than the present moment. Just ask yourself these two questions. 1, what is happening right now? 2, what does this feel like? That second question is really powerful because sometimes it reveals this is something older than what's just happening in front of me right now. And if we remember one thing from this video, it's this. We are not our reactive mind. We are not crazy. We are not broken. If the reaction doesn't feel like us, that's because it isn't really us. It's simply reactive noise. I use this mantra on myself, just reactive noise. It'll pass. I'm coming back online at some point. So next time it hits, do the same. Pause, observe, and clock it. Is this now, or did something just get triggered? And in my next video, I'm going to show you what to do in the first few seconds when you realize the reactive mind just turned on.